I have to talk about this. I have recently, as of the last, what is it, July? As of the last 3 months, I've acquired the Dragon Ball manga, start to finish. And I need to talk about this. I need to talk about Super Saiyan. I need to talk about Super Saiyan because there's a lot of aspects of this series that are misunderstood. And I think that I am going to make a more detailed and like structured video around it, but right now I just want to rant, get my thoughts out. So, what I will say is this. In order to understand Super Saiyan, you have to understand what's going on with Goku's character and how he progresses from really the very beginning, but especially it's important starting with the Tao Pai Pai fight. So that's where we're starting. We're starting chapter 86. Actually, we're starting at the end of chapter 85. Because this is the end of chapter 85. Where Goku gets to the Korin land. And they're talking about what Korin Tower is. I just say Korin. I use the English names, but you see it here. So it says here, Sacred Tower of Korin that extends to the heavens. It is said that anyone who climbs this tower to its top with his bare hands will find a hermit master living at its summit. And if one drinks the holy water proffered by that holy being, one's strength will be multiplied manyfold. Now, obviously, we know that the water that Goku initially gets is not that, right? But again, he has to do it by his own merits. The tower, anybody who climbs to the top of the tower with his bare hands. It'd be easy to use Kento, but you have to climb it without any help, right? The master of the tower makes sure. Okay, I'm going to try it. So he makes sure that he can get to the top by himself. He asks if he's the first to climb up here. And obviously, Korin says no. Master Roshi did it. You can tell that Master Roshi is his mentor. Took him 3 years to do it. Obviously, we know Goku does it in 3 days. Okay? This is setting up how special of a martial artist he is. When Roshi uses the Kamehameha for the first time, Goku mimics it immediately with no understanding of ki. All he understands is training his body. He has really no understanding of the spiritual aspect of ki. He has no understanding of really even the mental aspect of ki. Because we know, and we'll get to it eventually, training in Dragon Ball is more than just about physical. Master Roshi makes this clear. I didn't pull it up here, but he makes it clear in his training for the 21st Tenkaichi Budokai that it's more than just about the physical. It's about the mental, and then Korin brings in the spiritual here. And why is that important? That's very important. It's very important that he actually brings up the spiritual part. Because this is from the Piccolo arc, obviously, because Yajirobe's here. This is when he comes back to get the Super God Water. Okay. Actually, this is from the end of that fight. So I need to go here. Actually. Let me see. Okay, yeah, I need to go here. Okay, so Goku's pissed, of course. He knows about Krillin being dead, but now he finds out that Master Roshi is dead. And Korin says, if you're prepared to die anyways, that's very important. If you're prepared to die anyways, you might as well try to drink the super water of the gods. Super water of the gods. More traditionally, wondrous water of heaven. Obviously, we know it's anything but wondrous. Water of the gods is no mere trick like the super holy water. It is a magnificent elixir that can draw out any and all hidden strength within you. Meaning that if you've already brought it out of your potential, brought out all your potential strength through training, the water of the gods cannot make you any stronger. It is only after your body battles and defeats the poison that any hidden strength can be drawn out. Okay. How many people have lived after drinking it? 14 folk have drunk the water of the gods. Every one of them a skilled and powerful fighter. Not one lived to tell the tale. Wait a minute. If nobody survived, how do you know it can draw a hidden strength? No, I don't believe so. The lore of this water has been passed down from ancient times. Who passed it down? It's in the name. Holy is just to be set apart. We associate holiness with all-knowing righteousness, with God, with pureness spiritually. But it doesn't necessarily mean that. Holy is just something set apart. When you're talking about the super God water, when it's even the nickname for it is the wondrous water of heaven. This is obviously something that is supposed to be communicating something different. When he says, no, I don't believe so, the lore of this water has been passed down from ancient time. Who does he get this from? Because we know that Korin is a heavenly being himself. Right? We know that Korin is a heavenly being himself. We know that he's over 800 years old. So, where does he get this water from? It's in the name. It's the super God water. It's the miraculous water from heaven. Who does he get it from? There's no direct evidence that he gets it from the God of Dragon Ball, but I mean, you get what I'm saying? So, what does this mean? Okay, Goku says he's going to drink it. Very important. Yajirobe's trying to convince him otherwise. Goku is saying, yeah, but if I don't do it and I fight Piccolo, then I'm dead anyways. Yajirobe is saying, why are you even trying to fight Piccolo? Goku's saying, he killed Krillin. He killed Master Roshi. I've got to avenge them. He even cries after he completes the mission. His sole purpose is to make sure he fights Piccolo because, and he says this later when we're getting to the Super Saiyan stuff on Namek, but he considers Krillin to be a righteous guy. He considers Master Roshi to be a righteous guy. He cares and loves them. He says, the turtle guy took care of me. Krillin was my friend. And when he's drinking the water, because remember, Korin makes it clear. Hold on. Did I not save that one? I did not. I did not save that one, so I'm a little ill-prepared. But Korin makes it clear that hold on. I'm trying to make sure. Okay, no, I don't have it. Korin makes it very clear that a strong will to live. Let me see if I can find it. I can find it. Give me a second. $12 maybe? Nah. 13. For sure. Hold on. No, I was right. 12. I had it right. I had it right, chat. I had it right. Let me get down here. Maybe I didn't have it right. No, I definitely did not have it right. Did I open up volume 12? Yes. 13. He shouldn't be fighting Piccolo yet. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. I'm just tripping. I'm tripping. Wait, no. Did I not get the... Here we go. I did miss a page. I missed a page. My bad. Here it is. It's right here. Actually, no. I got this page. I just didn't read it. My bad, y'all. But he says it right here. If you do not possess tremendous stamina, spirit, and will to live, you'll die instantly. We know that Goku has the stamina because his body is well trained. That's what stamina is referring to, the body. Will to live, we instantly see it. I won't die. I won't. Because he's that focused on avenging his master and his friend. The spirit part of it is left a little ambiguously. Because we go on to find out that the spirit part of it is all about ki control. And we know that Goku's ki control is very good, especially from his showing at the 22nd tournament. But to reach that higher level, Popo teaches him later that he can go to a higher level. But we see the God Water actually draw out his potential. And he says, this isn't the same me as before. I feel weird. Like I'm overflowing with power, but it's really calm in my heart. I'm flabbergasted this child has become superhuman, even beyond my imagination. I can feel a huge demon power. Piccolo, he's over that way. Corrin is shocked by this. What? You can feel it? And he's confident that he's going to win. So what do we see here? Goku obtained a whole new level of power here. And we can see that he doesn't even feel like the same person. And it's calmness in his heart. Remember this. Okay? This is very important. What does Popo say? When he finally beats the Demon King, the child who drinks the miraculous water of heaven, the super God water, the martial artist who drinks the super God water beats the Demon King. Get it? It's very simple. It's not super in depth. It's pretty elementary, but it makes sense. You got to understand these concepts in order to understand it. It's not super hard, but it's just overlooked in these conversations because, especially in our current climate, media literacy is not at its highest. And you don't have to have a super high media literacy to be able to understand Dragon Ball, but you do got to take your time and slow down and read it, because there are a lot of people that like to tell you that Dragon Ball doesn't have any story and that it's all about fighting and power-ups and all this other BS. That's not true. There's plenty here. It's not super deep, but it's there. It's stuff there. Popo tells him you have considerable power, but you do not use it well. So when he says this, you are both weak in spirit and skills. You aren't worthy to meet Kami-sama. Spirit cannot be referring to just his raw power, because the last page of the chapter before, he tells him, you have considerable power. So spirit is something different. It's not, it's related to ki, it's related to ki control, but it's something different. What is spirit? It has something to do with that calmness that's in Goku's heart. Get it? We understand it. Speaking of his heart, he tells him, strike quicker than lightning, make your heart quiet as the sky, make your heart still. That calmness, like this, that's just stilling your mind. The heart is different. I don't get it. Goku just talked about how he felt like a totally different person and his heart felt calm. Popo tells him, you still lack the calmness of heart that you need to make your heart completely still. So as much as he's grown, there's still more that he can grow in being able to still his heart like that. Right? That's why you see this. You didn't see me move just now because you only look with your eyes. Presence, scant air movement, instinct, feeling, not seeing. These are essential. That is what has to do with spirit. Goku learns a little bit about these things, and even the boy who drank the super god water, who beat the demon king, went to train with God and his attendant in heaven, is what they call it, heaven. In the next arc, God says his strength has grown and grown as he battled stronger and stronger opponents. And suddenly I find that he's surpassed me. He's the boy who drank the super god water and beat the demon king, is fighting the spawn of the demon king. And in order to train, he goes to heaven to train with God. And when he comes back down to earth to battle the spawn of the demon king, God says that he has surpassed him. He has surpassed God. When was he chosen to go to God's palace? Because Korin makes it very clear. I have to go back for this. Only those I have determined to be worthy can meet with God. Those who are strong and brave and above all, pure of heart. And you, Goku, fit those requirements perfectly. It was even fortunate that he had the Noibo, the power pole. Korin has to choose him. How does Korin choose him? It's very simple. How do you go meet God? How are you supposed to meet God? And you know how I know that's true? It's the super god water. Because you're like, oh, well, Korin doesn't say it's about the water. He says that you have to be pure of heart and strong and brave. And it's like, guys, if you do not possess tremendous stamina, strong, spirit, brave, will to live, you'll die instantly. This is when he's chosen by God, and he eventually surpasses God to where God even wants to make him God of the earth. Okay, so we have his human elements out of the way. What does Raditz say when he comes? The first thing that we hear about Goku's origins as a Saiyan, after we hear that Raditz says that Goku is a Saiyan, the first person we hear talk about the nature of Saiyans is not even Raditz, it's Master Roshi. Goku, your grandpa's son Gohan, he told me once they found a baby in the woods and a baby with a tail. He was a wild one too. That boy, that baby, one what couldn't be tamed by anyone. until he hit his head. That's what makes him an earthling. No wonder you've become so comfortable in this weakling's world. You're passing for one of them. You, my own brother. Shut up. I don't care if you are my brother. I don't care if I am an alien. Krillin was right. People like you are just wrong. I'm Son Goku. Now get the heck off my planet. Nurture over nature, my boy. Goku's not just an earthling. He's the best dang earthling I know. He even saved this planet once. They're not lying about this. Goku is an earthling. Nature over nurture, yes. But his nature was wild. Or nurture over nature. His nature was wild. It calmed him down when he hit his head. But everything that Goku's gone through to become stronger than even Earth's God, you don't just rewrite and say, oh, it's because he's a Saiyan. He was naturally gifted and able to just surpass all of this stuff. No. He still had to train. He still had to be willing to train with Master Roshi. He had to do the right thing and climb Korin Tower with his bare hands. He had to not take the water from Korin when he was sleeping. He had to believe in his mission to avenge Krillin and Roshi so strongly that he survived the Super God Water. To prove himself worthy to train with God. Then he has to defeat the Demon King and become stronger than God. None of that is written away because he's a Saiyan. But now we are introduced to that Saiyan nature again. And we're seeing Goku rejects it. He rejects everything about it. When he comes, why did you want to fight me? Then you still refuse to affirm your Saiyan birth by joining us. He just responds, give me my son. Even if it means disobeying your own brother, I don't have a brother. This is about the point about the spiritual part where he says, if you think power is everything, you're no fighter. This is when Goku lets him go. This is the first introduction to what we're talking about. Remember how he said he was wild before? How could I have thought you could be a warrior? The true warrior never hesitates to kill. Not even to kill his own brother. Care for a demonstration. What kind of warrior is he talking about? A Saiyan warrior. Goku rejects that. People often use this as a gotcha to say that Goku had already accepted his Saiyan heritage like as soon as he died from Raditz, but he does not. This is somewhat of a throw-off of a joke. King Kai tells him, let me tell you something. The homeworld of Saiyans has gravity at least as great as this. Do you begin to see where they get their strength? And that isn't even mentioning their inborn fighting instincts. You can't even imagine how deadly they are. Sure I can. I mean, I'm a Saiyan too. And then he just cuts away. We know Goku's fighting instincts are great. But he has not trained like a Saiyan. Now he is. He's with the Lord of Worlds. This is the God of many worlds. So before he was with the God of Earth, now he's with the God of many worlds. And what does he do? He trains like a Saiyan. He trains in their gravity. But he still learns techniques that set him apart from Saiyans. Like the Kaioken, like the Spirit Bomb. Both of these identities are intertwined. But there's one that he's much more familiar with than the other. He just now finds out in the fight with Vegeta about the Great Ape transformation. Wait a minute. Is that what you're telling me? That the monster who appeared at the martial arts tournament and smashed the buildings and the one who killed Grandpa were all me? Oh, Grandpa, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I can't beat this monster. I'm sorry I can't save the earth for you. I'll ask for your forgiveness, Grandpa, when I see you in heaven. He's still learning about his Saiyan heritage. Still learning about it. He doesn't know much about it. He learns about it even more, and he doesn't even know he's learning about it. At 100 Gs, a human's body would be instantly crushed. In the 4 days since leaving Earth, Goku has pressed his limits without rest, torturing himself. Around and around he goes, working his body and ki almost to death, and refreshing himself by eating the senzu. Where does he get the senzu? On Earth. As the 7 beans give him by Master Korin are already down to 3. Whether he realizes it or not, Goku is living and reliving one of the primal cycles of the Saiyans, gaining strength by facing and overcoming death. This isn't a concept that anybody's not familiar with. We all call it Zenkai Boost, whatever. But you see, it makes a point to say he's living that primal cycle of the Saiyan unknowingly, whether he realizes it or not. He did not know about the gravity before he got to King Kai's planet. He did not know about the Great Ape. He does not know about the Zenkai. He's benefiting in this part of the story more from his Saiyan heritage now. He still uses his Earthling heritage because he has the Senzu. The Senzu is what allows him to relive his Saiyan heritage at a greater rate than any Saiyan in history. His Earthling heritage is what allows him to beat Vegeta. His son is half Earthling, half Saiyan, and he's the one who actually finishes Vegeta off. That's not by accident. That's not coincidental. Even Goku hasn't realized that his new powers surpass even what Saiyans are supposed to be capable of. How? Because he's reliving one of the primal cycles of the Saiyan, beating himself to death and then refreshing himself by eating the senzu that he gets from Earth. His Saiyan heritage and his Earthling heritage working together is what allows him to get his new powers that surpass even what the Saiyans are supposed to be capable of. He even gets to a point where, just like before, I don't get it. Hold on. Funny, I don't feel afraid. How come I'm so calm? There's a bunch of unbelievably tough guys out there. I don't get it. Maybe training in this awesome gravity did something to my brain. No, Goku, it did something to your spirit. Vegeta affirms this. Something's odd. Why is he so calm? Doesn't he realize his opponent's abilities? Why doesn't he show any anger? Oh, no. Could he actually be? Vegeta's talking about his calmness here. So when people say that the Super Saiyan is all about a rage-filled form, you're really not understanding it. We're going to get there. Because there's something that people try to use as a gotcha that's not really a gotcha. He's utterly surpassed Saiyan strength, a completely different warrior from the one I fought on Earth. What kind of training did he do? Is the legend true? Is he the Super Saiyan? He immediately finds out no. Your softness makes me wretch as usual. Why do you stand here? Why did you stand here and let one get away? You could have easily finished him off. You're no Super Saiyan after all. Now, Toriyama likes to write in cycles. So he'll introduce an idea, he'll use it again. He'll use it for one story, he'll introduce it later, use it for another one. Some people think that's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing because I think he does it very well. I think if you take it on face value, maybe you could say it's lazy. But I think he does it very well because no two ideas ever come off the same way. They are all very different. So this is a kind of soft reboot, of course, because Goku has to get beat up, heal up, and then now he comes to the fight with Frieza, much the same way that he came to the fight with Ginyu. So you have Vegeta saying again, and it's like a meme where it's like, oh, Vegeta always talking about the Super Saiyan. But it's because it's like a soft reset every time. But this is the final soft reset. He's not the same Kakarot he was before. Same thing he said before. He's overcome the limits of his power. Same thing he said before. Could he really be? Same thing he said before. Okay. Obviously, we know Frieza actually shoots Vegeta. And Goku says, he couldn't fight you. He couldn't even move. You didn't have to do this. Immediately, Vegeta reacts. Kakarot, you fool. That's what limits you. Be merciless. Lose your damn sentiment, and you could truly be the Super Saiyan. See, it's all in the name. What is going to allow him to be the Super Saiyan? If he loses his sentiment, if he's merciless, if he gets rid of that limit. What is his limit? His earthling sensibilities. Raditz said this. Vegeta said this against the Ginyu. He sang it again here like against Frieza. Goku says, I could never be merciless like you. I don't even know what the Super Saiyan is supposed to be. Now, what people get wrong here is that Vegeta is not telling him. Vegeta is trying to bring out a different side of Goku by appealing to his earthling sensibilities here. What does he say? Kakarot, how do you think Planet Vegeta, the world why you and I were born, was destroyed? Not because of some meteor impact. It was Frieza. We Saiyans did just as he commanded. We were his hands, his muscles, and yet he killed them all. Your parents, my father, the king, he killed them all because he feared that a Super Saiyan would arise from among them. Do you think, based on everything we've learned about Saiyans, from all the Saiyans in the series up to this point, that they would care about this? And yet Goku does. Look at his reaction. Please, Frieza must die by a Saiyan's hands. He's appealing to Goku's human side here. Look at what Goku says. I never thought I'd see you cry or beg for anything. You must have really hated it. But it wasn't just the Saiyans getting murdered, was it? It was the fact that he used you. You were heartless, but you had the pride of a Saiyan. It's not about everybody getting killed. I know that's what Vegeta says here, but he's not saying it to say it was the fact that Frieza destroyed us. No, it was the fact that he used us. It was the fact that he used me. I had pride. You know that pride as a martial artist. You know that pride as a Saiyan. And yes, you know what it feels like to get everything taken away from you. But what if you worked your whole life for something and not really that somebody betrayed you, but in this point in Vegeta's life, it all meant nothing. He wanted to be his independent self. He wanted to be the strongest, yes, but he also wanted to pay Frieza back for using him and hurting his pride. Goku says here, now I want you to give some of that pride to me. I was raised on Earth, but I'm a Saiyan too. This is the first time he has ever claimed it for real. He says it earlier on King Kai's planet. Yeah, I'm a Saiyan too. In relation to, I understand what it takes to be able to train hard. I understand the battle instincts. But here, he's not talking about battle instincts. He's talking about pride of a Saiyan. We spent all that time in the first half of the video talking about his earthling sensibilities. Here, he has already come to terms with his earthling sensibilities. He has used everything that he's gained on Earth to more and more come to terms with the fact that he's a Saiyan, even if unknowingly. But now here, he asks for it. For all the Saiyans you kill and all the Namekians, I'm going to destroy you. Again, Vegeta tells him, what's holding him back from being a Super Saiyan? Lose your damn sentiment. When does Goku become Super Saiyan? He kills Krillin. We already have a precedent of Goku snapping when you take away his loved ones from him. This is an even more dire situation. Krillin has just been killed twice. The only means of being able to get him back would have been the Namekian Dragon Balls. They are inert. There's no way for Krillin to come back as of right now. even him just dying in general, makes Goku snap. What does he lose? He tells Gohan what he loses. Take Piccolo back to Earth. Get out of here while I still have control over myself. Gohan's like, okay. Hurry, Gohan. If Piccolo dies, Kami-sama will die too. You know what will happen then. Never mind me. I will get back to Earth after you. But how? Don't talk back, boy. Just do as your father says. When has Goku ever talked to Gohan like this? This is not just about Krillin dying. We know that Super Saiyan has a restless feeling. We know based on the pattern that surrounds them when they transform into Super Saiyan, especially early on in the Cell arc, that they're using the anger to power them up. But what is the anger doing? Is it just the anger that's allowing the Super Saiyan transformation? No, it's the fact that he barely has control over himself. It's the fact that he loses his damn sentiment and he's merciless. He's ready to slaughter Frieza. Gohan says thank you. And then he says it. I'll be waiting to see you safe and sound. Dad, I understand now. What Vegeta kept saying was true. You were able to become a Super Saiyan. This is why Gohan is not... When Goku snaps at him, Gohan just understands it immediately. That's why Toriyama never draws perspective shots for no reason. That's why he draws Gohan like this, with a blank face. If Gohan was scared, he would have drawn him like how he did here, where he's shaking and he's stuttering over his words. See here, he's shaking and he stutters over his words. He's not doing that here. Gohan is calm because he understands. He immediately gets up and says, thank you. And the next words out of his mouth are, I'll be waiting to see you safe and sound. And then, Dad, I understand now. What Vegeta kept saying was true. You were able to become a Super Saiyan. He instantly understands it. He doesn't understand it from just the transformation. He understands it because he sees Goku snapping at him. Goku tells him that he's barely in control. And then he thinks back to what Vegeta said, not just about the Super Saiyan, but about losing your sentiment. I am a Saiyan sent from Earth to defeat you. The legendary warrior with a pure heart awakened by rage, Son Goku the Super Saiyan. Many people take that and they think it's just the rage. It's not just the rage. Goku did not like the power. From the time that Goku touched down on Namek, he had the power to go Super Saiyan. And even if you don't believe that, by the time Vegeta sees him here, he 100% has the power to go Super Saiyan. It's not about the power. He's already overcome the limits of his power. What is it that limits him now? Because it's not his power. It's not his strength. It's his mindset. Because his mindset is that of an earthling. It's not of a Saiyan. That's why he asks for some of the pride. I was raised on Earth, but I'm a Saiyan too. The Saiyan part is actually the defining part of Goku. But he doesn't view it that way. The Saiyan part is the extra part. Because he rejected it. He never knew anything about it. That's not what made him become the boy who surpassed God. That's not what helped him defeat Vegeta. That's not what helped him get as strong as he did on his way to Namek by his knowledge. As far as Goku is concerned, he's doing all of this as a Saiyan. He doesn't know what it means to have Saiyan pride. He asks for it here. And the moment he listens to what Vegeta says and loses his sentiment, get out of here while I still have control over myself, he becomes a Super Saiyan. The rage is what allows him to lose his sentiment and become Son Goku the Super Saiyan. We see it again in the next arc with Gohan, but I don't want to get there right now. I can't get there right now because we're 40 minutes into this. I spent 20 something minutes on the Earthling part of it. I spent 20 something minutes on the Saiyan part of it. And I hope it makes sense to you. Because it's something that if you don't slow down and read this, you will miss it. Thank you for watching.